guys, it is Erin or Gimme Yarn 418 and I am here with TGIF. Thank God it's finished. I do want to apologize for two things. One, my lighting's not great. I had intended to record this during the day when the lighting's a little bit better, and I can't record downstairs because we have all 5 dogs and it's loud. So you're in my studio today, which is still rather clean. There's all my penny baskets. So that's one. Two, I know last week when I did my haul video, I said I would have a TGIF up on Friday, but right after I recorded that, we went for an appointment. We had some life events come up that threw our schedule completely off. I had no time to myself. Kristen had no time to herself. Kristen is okay. I am okay. The dogs are okay. I just realized I forgot to do my hair. Oh well. But we are starting to get back to normal. Other than we have all the dogs here because Kristen's parents are on vacation. But it's wonderful. So, that being said, let's do TGIF. First, I'm going to show you finished objects. I'm not going to show you my works in progress this time because I'm just working on hats that I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you some future stash enhancement, if that makes any sense. So the first thing I'm going to show you is not going to show up correctly. This is Cecil the Computer Monster. All links to my knit and crochet projects can be found on Ravelry, and the sewing project I'm going to show I will put a link to. This is Cecil the Computer Monster. He's knit out of Red Heart, Soft Pink, and Vanna's Choice Sea Mist, and he came out really cute. I think he was a work in progress the last time. Yeah, he's pretty stinking adorable. We're developing quite the monster collection. Next is out of Rebecca Danger's nursery book, and I used a yarn that I won from Poet Spice, who is Jamie Lola Tallulah. I won this yarn about a year ago, and I've just been waiting for the perfect project. When I don't get things purposefully, that's kind of what happens. And it came out awesome. This is TLC Essentials, I believe, and I don't know the color, but it's striped, and this is a monster for Kristen's office. She has a hook on her wall that he sits on, and he's just really cute. And look at how his leg's striped. Isn't that cool? I love when that happens. This is a variegated yarn. It's not a self-striping, which is why the body's not quite as stripy, but the hands came out good. Came out well. The hands came out well. I speak good English. Next is a sheep. I don't remember what the pattern is called, but I saw it. Who posted it? Snowy44 posted it on Facebook, and I said, oh, I have to make it. And then I looked at the pattern, and I realized that the pattern is for that stupid loop stitch, the double loop stitch. So I tried and tried and tried, and I can't do it again. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I decided to grab some fun fur, because you know how much I love fun fur, and hold it doubled with the worsted weight yarn, but he came out really freaking cute. So this is my little sheep. He was really cute. He was really easy. It was a lot of fun to make, and he's just adorable. So the white is fun fur, and I think it's Karen 1-pounders. The gray and the black are woolies, leftover woolies from my bat project. So yeah, there he is. He's adorable. Next, I finished a pair of socks, finally. I don't know how long I've been working on these socks, too long. I knit the second one in a day and a half. Maybe a day. It's just crazy that I just let them sit. Things get in the way. And these socks are for Kristen. These are a modified version of the My Knitted Vanilla Heart socks. The pattern is a cascade yarn. I want to say it's Quattro, something like that. And Kristen loves them, and now she can wear them now that I've showed them to you. She's had them all week, just sitting there taunting her. Next, while we are pet sitting, my in-laws aren't home, so I can sneak over and I can use their washing machine to felt things. So I have been knitting all the things that need to be felted. The first thing I knit was a pair of slippers for Kristen. These are the Duffers. Very cool. The next thing I knit was a pair of slippers for Kristen. The Duffers pattern. The next thing I knit was a pair of slippers for me. The Duffers pattern. And the last thing I knit, well, not the last thing, felty thing I knit was a pair of slippers for me, the Duffers. I love the Duffers, and I figure I'll just make a bunch of pair, and then we can have them stockpiled. I want to make 4 more pair before they get back, and I want to make a couple felted bones to start some Christmas stuff. The next thing I have is a bunch of hats. First I'll show you this one. This is the Brainwaves beanie by Plain Hooky Designs, and this is the Blackest Karen 1-pounder, the gray, the gray black variegated, which looks kind of camo, Kristen pointed out, is also Karen, I think they call it 3/4 pounders or something, but it's in the same section as Karen 1-pounder. Then I crocheted some Ziggy hats. I started with my high school colors, which are black and orange. And then I knit one with thicker stripes in black and orange. This is all Karen 1-pounder. And then I crocheted a hat in the color of a show I'm going to in December for that school. And for the tails are still on this one. Oops. This is the city I live in now, green and gold. So I crocheted those hats. Yep. Like I said, all those things can be found on my Ravelry page. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below, and I usually do answer the questions. Sometimes it just takes me a little while. The next thing I did was I put together a quilt top for a Christmas present for Kristen's parents. I did this in like 4 or 5 hours. It wasn't that long. Not even that long. I will show you as much of it as I can. I'm going to have to step back. It's pretty big. There's a video tutorial on how to do this by Missouri Star Quilt Company. Can you see it? I can't see anything, so I hope you can see it. It's pretty beautiful. It's made using a layer cake, and the layer cake I purchased from Missouri Star Quilt Company is Wyndham Fabric Sienna. Now, layer cakes are a bit pricey, but that's all you need to make this quilt top. So I think this was $30 or $35 to buy this layer cake, but I used there wasn't even a scrap left. So those are all my finished projects, and now I'm going to talk to you just a teeny tiny bit about my future stash enhancement. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that I have been trying to be very purposeful about what I purchase in terms of yarn. I don't want to purchase yarn unless I have a project for it. Once a year, the farm down the street from us, like literally down the road, has a yarn sale, and that is this weekend. And they sell, at least last year, they sold 3 types of yarn. They had some alpaca, which I didn't purchase any of because I didn't know they had it, so I hadn't planned on it. And they sell worsted weight and sport weight. The worsted weight, which is this, there's a ton of colors, and this is a 209 yard skein. And the price is ridiculously cheap for 100% wool. I want to say it's less than $5. So they have worsted weight, and then they have sport, and this is the sport in the red from last year. And this has 430 yards, if I remember correctly, which is a crazy amount of yarn. You don't even get 430 yards in a sock yarn anymore. So, knowing that, and knowing that they had alpaca last year, I sat down, I went through my Ravelry queue, and I'm going to show you what I did, and I did this last year too, so that I didn't go in and buy, 1 skein of blue, 1 skein of black, and then I got home and I'm like, what am I going to make with this? Which is what I did the year before. So, this is what I did. I went onto Google Docs. This is the same document that I used last year, and I went through my queue, and I made a document. And in this document, we'll start with this one. To me, DK and Sport are fairly interchangeable. I just make sure I get gauge. So I want to knit the North Shore Pullover. It's a pattern, a pay pattern by Tin Can Knits. So I know I need DK or sport weight yarn. The pattern calls for DK. And these are the types, the yarns I need and the quantity of each yarn that I need. And then I wrote here that I already have it in my library, meaning that I already own the pattern. This year, I printed my picture out in color. Will you like my boo-boo? I thought I broke my finger the other day and I was in hysterics crying. So this is the picture, and I've made some notes about what contrast is which part. And that's what I'm going to knit. So I know I need sport weight. These colors that I wrote down are not necessarily what I want to use, but they're colors that, so I could differentiate in the picture which colors I was picking. The next one is the Moonshine cardigan, and I've had this in my queue forever. And this is also DK weight. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the yarn for this because I want alpaca yarn for this. I want a soft, cushy sweater, but I know that I need 1900 yards for my size and that I already own the pattern. The next thing, I'll show you two more, I guess. Yeah. This pattern, this is really hard. I don't want to fold the pages because I want them nice tomorrow. Okay, so this is the Stroker, I don't know. That's the name of the pattern. And I know I need Aran weight yarn, and these are the yarns I need. Now for this pattern, I want the colors that are in this picture. And I know that this pattern is in my library. And then the last thing, bulky weight yarn is ridiculously expensive, and you get like 4 yards. I know you don't get 4 yards. You get like 98 yards, I think, on average in a bulky skein. Let's see how many yards I get. This is Knit Picks, Wool of the Andes bulky. 137 yards. So for an 800 yard sweater, I would need 8 skeins, which is just ridiculous. But I know that the farm does usually have bulky. So in here you see that I need bulky. I need 850 yards, and that it's a pay pattern on Ravelry. That just reminds me that I don't own the pattern. I have wanted to knit the sweater forever. I don't own the pattern because I didn't want to pay, the pattern's like $7 or $8. I didn't want to pay the money for the pattern knowing that there's no way I could afford bulky yarn for it. So I guess I'll just show you real quick. There's 2 other sweaters that I'm interested in. And those are the sweaters, the items that I'm going to look for yarn for. That being said, I am not going to buy 6 sweaters worth of yarn. Although it probably wouldn't cost me very much. I will probably buy I'll probably buy 3. If they have the alpaca, I'm definitely buying the alpaca. If they have the bulky, I'm definitely buying the bulky. And then I'll have to pick which other one I want in it. What was I going to say? I think that's, I don't know. Oh, and I'm also going to pick up some Bear natural colored for dyeing with our nieces, because that's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will link the pattern, well, the video for the quilt top, and I will link my Ravelry, and that's all I have. Oh, one thing, Megan from Facebook. I haven't forgotten about you. Life just happened, like I mentioned. I will get your package in the mail early next week. So, hope everybody's doing well, and until next time, have a great day. Bye.